Hi everyone, welcome to this tutorial. In this video I'm going to be demonstrating how to set up roaming profiles as well as home folders. Roaming profiles is one of those things that are really useful and cool in that it allows users to access their files and their settings no matter which laptop or desktop that they log into within a particular domain. So that means if on Monday you log into computer A and you work on 3 documents and you perhaps change your desktop background, if you come into the office on Tuesday and instead you log into computer Z in perhaps another department, on a roaming profile it means that the files that you worked on Monday and the image that you set for your desktop background on Monday, those are going to be imported to that different system that you log into on Tuesday. So that's just a basic example and the beauty of roaming profiles. Basically, no matter which system you log into within the domain, it's going to load all of your files and all of your settings that you used on the previous system. So that's the general idea with roaming profiles. And home folders work very similarly in that it's basically just a network share that you can store all of your files on. The difference, I guess, would be that home folders doesn't really store your account settings. It's only a place that you can dump all of your files and folders. In case you have a hard drive crash, you can always come back there and locate your files and your folders. So we're gonna go ahead and begin our tutorial. My apology for the long exposition. So to start, we're gonna click on the start button. Go over to computer, open your local disk and in brackets your C drive, and within the C drive we're going to create 2 folders. We're going to create a folder called profiles, which will hold our roaming profiles. Right click on a blank space, click on new, select folder. This first one would be our profiles folder. Then we're going to go ahead and create the other folder, and we can call it homes, which would be where our home folders are stored. So we're going to need to make some changes on both of these folders. Go to the properties, and then you're going to want to navigate to the sharing tab. Go all the way down to advanced sharing and select the checkbox that says share this folder. Once that is completed, go over to permissions, click on the add button, and we want to add domain users. You can type domain and then check names, and it will give you a list of what is available. So we have a few things in this list here, but the one we're interested in is domain users. Select it and click OK. And we're going to give full control to domain users on this folder in terms of permissions. Once that is selected, go ahead and click on apply, then click on OK. Click on apply once more and then OK. Save your settings. So for now we're going to, we can close this for now, and we can repeat those same actions on the homes folder. So go into your properties, sharing, advanced sharing, share this folder, and then we're going to also adjust the permissions here. Search for domain users once again. You can check names. Bring up the domain users object, click on OK. give full permissions, full control I should say, and then apply those changes. So we're going to go back to our profiles folder to make a few more adjustments. This time we're going to go over to the security tab. Then we're going to go to our advanced tab, and we basically want to remove the inheritable permissions from within this folder so that permissions are not propagated throughout. Instead, we're going to set individual permissions for the users within this list. So at this point, we're going to make changes to the two users that you see here. So you can select the first user and click on edit. Then we're going to, we're going to edit that user, and we want to allow them full control. Select OK. Then we're going to apply. And we're basically going to repeat those same permissions for the other object. That should be it. Click on OK. OK again. And OK once more to confirm those changes. And similarly for our homes folder, we're basically going to mimic those actions. We're going to uncheck this option. You can click on copy. Alright, we can apply those changes. Yeah. Okay, click on OK. OK once more. Alright, so we've basically set the groundwork for these two folders so that users can log in with their roaming profiles as well as have access to their homes folder in terms of what files are shared and in terms of what permissions they have. So now we're going to actually need to make some changes in our users, I should say. So that's the next step that we would be looking into. So what we would do, click on Start, then head over to Administrative Tools. That's the one. Then we click on Active Directory, Users and Computers. You would recall this from our last videos. And of course we have our James Yeager profile that we created and we logged into previously into the domain. So we're going to use this profile to make the changes and then test it afterwards. So just go to the properties, head over to the profile tab, and here we have the profile path that we are going to need to enter for this James Yeager profile. And this profile part is basically how the user will access his profile, his roaming profile. So what we will do is we'll go back to that profile folder and we will copy the share link, or the share path as they would say, as we see right here. So go ahead and highlight that entire area and we can copy that. Once we have that copied, we will head back over to Active Directory. You can just double click on the account again to get back the properties. We will paste what we copied into the profile path. And then after that, there's a cool little trick that we can also do that will tell the system whatever user we're making this change on. It's like appending the user's name after the profile path. So you can think of username within the 2% symbols here, almost like a placeholder. Whichever user we're editing at that point in time, we would it will be automatically detected. For the home folder, click on Connect, select any drive letter of your choice. I think for this example, we could perhaps go with H, since we're doing the home folders. And similarly to the profile path, we are also going to copy the network path from the folder that we created, that we shared. So here it is, Homes, Properties, and then the Sharing tab, and we copy that information. And the same thing will apply basically after the network path is placed into the text field here. We would add the username placeholder, which would automatically detect which user is going to have access to their profile and their home folders. Once that is completed, click on apply. And as I mentioned, you see that it immediately changed to J. Yeager, the user whose profile we are currently editing. No matter how many users you have, once you apply that method, it will add the appropriate username at the end of the profile path. So go ahead and click OK. And that's a big part of the setup already completed. All that's left now is for us to basically test that configuration and make sure it's working. So we're going to sign into our client machine on Windows 8 here. I would select other user just so we can proceed as though it's the first time signing in. Password. Alright, so I have an error in my password here. Let me just correct this. Alright, so this looks like it's working. We should be logged into the profile shortly, and here we are. So as you can see, once again, to the top right, we are within our James Yeager domain account. And to test or to prove that this is indeed our roaming profile, we could navigate over to File Explorer, and the first thing we could check out is our home folder to make sure that it indeed has been loaded for this account. As you see here, we can confirm that our home folder has been created. If you pay attention to the network path, you will see it's exactly what we copied and pasted into James' profile at the time. So you can double click on that, and of course it's going to be empty because it's our first time accessing this home folder. So what we're going to do is we're going to create some items within the folder. I think I'll do a folder first, just so we can see it later on in the tutorial. Let's call this one Excel files. And then we're going to go ahead and create a text document. Which one of these? Right, second to last. So we're going to create a text document here. You can give it any name that you want. I'm going to call mine meeting notes. Go ahead and open the text file, and we'll add some text in the area here. Once again, this is just for testing purposes so that we can see how the home folders and the women profiles operate. Alright, once you've added some data, click on save and you can close off your text file. We're also going to go to documents. So we confirm that our files are indeed saved within the home folder. So next we're going to go to our documents folder, and we're going to create some items over there as well, to demonstrate how the roaming profiles work. So similarly, I'm going to create a folder, and then I'm also going to create a text file, and I'll give it a name. Let's call it IT resources, and I will add some data in here as well. Zendesk will probably work, and we're going to save that file. So at this point, we want to test that the changes that were made on this user profile, that they have indeed been saved and are being propagated over the network. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to access our Windows 2008 server, which has locked from inactivity here. So we're going to go ahead and send the keyboard command to Ctrl+Alt+Delete. We're going to log in with our administrator password. And finally, we can navigate to those same folders that we created to confirm that, hey, women profiles and home folders are indeed working. So we will take a look at the homes folder, and there you have it. We see that J. Yeager's folder has been created. If we go into that folder, we would also be able to see the items that we created on that Windows 8 client machine. So we have our Excel files folder, which is empty. I don't believe we had any data within there. And if we go back out and we check our meeting notes text file, we would see that the data that we entered is also here as well. There it is. So we know for surety that our home folders, and also we could look at our women profiles to make sure that the profile was created upon logon, and there it is. So thank you all for sticking around for this tutorial. I hope it was helpful, and I will see you all in the next video.